friends, family, and colleagues. In my previous Facebook post, I spoke about immigration. But today, one day after Juneteenth, I'd like to share my thoughts, my feelings, and my opinions about the concepts of diversity, equity, and inclusion. Let's begin with diversity. I see the United States of America as a nation of diverse people from all over the world, including such countries as Africa, Asia, Australia, Europe, North America, South America, Central America, including all races and religions, people with special abilities and intelligences, and those with cognitive, physical, and emotional challenges. In my opinion, we are not simply a white, male, Christian nation. We are a nation composed of women, LGBT+, Native Americans, those who are rich and poor, people with different ethnicities, languages, cultures, special sexual, if you will, sexual orientations and age groups. Now, when I think about the concept of diversity, I don't think of the U.S. as only referring to white, Christian, patriots, or nationalists. I think of people with different racial and ethnic backgrounds, cultural practices, religious beliefs, sexual orientations, gender identities, abilities, and challenges, and other unique characteristics. Now let me talk for a moment about equity. When I think about the concept of equity, I think about fairness and justice. When I think about equity, I think about giving every American, whether one is born in this country, the U.S., or one legally comes to our shores from other countries. I think about due process, the situation where every citizen or legal immigrant is entitled to their day in court. American citizens and legal immigrants should not be summarily tossed out of our beloved country and sent to a foreign prison without due process, meaning that they have the right to a fair and impartial hearing before the government can take action against them, such as deportation. This right of due process is guaranteed by our 5th and 14th Amendments to our Constitution. So now let's talk about inclusion. When I think about inclusion, I'm thinking about all kinds of people: men, women, children, old, young, babies, newborn, blacks, whites, Native Americans, people from all countries in Europe, Asia, Africa, North, South, and Central America, Australia, New Zealand, the Middle East, etc. I'm also including LGBT+ people with special abilities and knowledge bases, and those with physical and cognitive challenges. So one might ask, what's the difference between diversity and inclusion? Diversity is the presence and the acceptance of differences, whereas inclusion is the active, intentional, and ongoing engagement with diversity, different people, to achieve a culture in which different people come together to work, feel comfortable and confident to be themselves, and feel valued in our nation. In essence, diversity is the what, meaning the mix of people, and inclusion is the how to create a culture where everyone belongs. In essence, I see diversity, equity, and inclusion as the basic components of what to make America great again. I deeply believe that these components of diversity, equity, and inclusion are the source of America's strength. The strength, the power, and the qualities that will enable our nation to be a light and a leader for all other countries in the world for the present time and for the future. Now, at the end of this post, you will find several links that describe the history of discrimination in the United States vis-a-vis the following groups in our history. You'll see links on anti-Semitism, anti-Black discrimination, discrimination against Native Americans, discrimination against Latinos and Hispanics in our country, discrimination against Asian Americans, Irish Americans, German Americans, Italian Americans, including history of discrimination against LGBT plus people in the United States, and even history in the United States against people who are old, or even discrimination against children. Obviously, I welcome, respect, and deeply appreciate reading your thoughts, opinions, and feelings about what I have offered on this my Facebook page. Thank you so very much. This is Richard Solomon.